Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Yesterday Podcast.
I'm ready to cry live like social media. It's like, Siri, can you please stop doing the sunglasses right now? No, Siri, can you please stop doing the sunglasses? Social media is really hard. It's like making all of these things. It's like so difficult. Can I stop doing the sunglasses?
Overtime. Get on your overtime.
It's so embarrassing to cry live on social media. It's like, Siri, can you please stop doing the sunglasses right now? No, Siri, can you please stop doing the sunglasses? Social media is really hard. It's like making all of these things. It's like so difficult. Can I stop doing the sunglasses?
That is such a poetic video to me and a perfect way to start this podcast. Welcome to the Yesterday Podcast. I'd like to thank you for being here with us today. As this woman experienced, sometimes, life just throws sunglasses on you. And that's okay. But the more you fight it, the worse it is on you. So what I've learned over the last week is, hey, sometimes you're crying on the inside, but life just throws some sunglasses on you. It is August 5th, 2021, and I have had a very eventful week and a half or so. I recorded an entire journey video about the Hard Summer Music Festival 2021 event I went to. Got a lot of video, a lot of pictures and stuff. I don't think I'm going to release it. And I'll get into all this in a bit, but it was a very interesting week. And I am very interested in what this mean, what it meant for me, I guess. The festival was great. It was awesome. It was the venue did great and everything, but there was a lot of weird mental shit that I went through. And we'll get into it. We'll get into it. For now, I want to vibe. That was so fucking loud. All right, sorry. All right. I don't want to get all into that right now. Let's check out another video. This is something I wanted to talk about because I thought it was just honestly super hilarious. Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen this, there was this guy who was on a flight 3 days ago or so, and supposedly he grabbed two flight attendants' breasts and punched some guy in the face and ended up getting the shit beat out of him and then tied to a seat. So when I first saw it, I was like, wait, can you do that? You can legally... Okay, let me just show you guys the video first and we'll go from there, okay?
You guys fucking suck! My parents are worth a fucking $2 million goddamn dollars. And you know what? You fucking suck! Yeah! Yeah! You know what? My son is worth fucking attorney. Shut the fuck up!
And this is all while the plane is in the air. So they tied this man to the seat.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ah! Okay, check this out. This is how we end up looking.
Oh, now you want some help.
That is the most annoying voice ever. The voice they had on TikTok before I thought was annoying, and then they made it 10 times more annoying. Yeah. It's like all of a sudden this TikTok voice has attitude now since they did this update. It's like, it's got this,
Ladies and gentlemen, just make sure your seatbelts are fastened.
That was the
Help has arrived, friend.
So much attitude in that lady's voice. So I don't know how they can legally do this.
Now sit there and hush niece.
It's probably so. The voice in Hush Niece, by the way. So I thought it was kind of a trip that you're able to legally do that. Like, I understand. Like, if there's somebody on a plane causing a ruckus, you got to do what you got to do. And I feel like that's kind of what this was. But damn, it's so interesting to see this guy get tied the fuck up, and then to tie his mouth is like the questionable thing. Like, unless of course he was spitting on people and trying to assault people with his mouth, that I don't know if you can legally do that. But yeah, kind of beautiful to see, kind of interesting to see everybody recording, and he's just sitting there screaming for help. It looked like a fucking movie. But yeah, what do you guys think? All I can think about now is this bitch's fucking attitude, the TikTok voice. All right, one more video, and then we'll get into some shit, okay? Some actual discussion. But I want to start opening the podcast with just watching a couple videos, and then we'll start talking.
You got that credit card, right? Nah, that's what I'm saying. She got a credit card, but look, I'm trying to get her to come over here and swipe the card, but she don't want to swipe the card.
What is she on? Look, there's a lot of you guys on this who watch this podcast who do drugs. Okay, I know it's my YouTube channel. I see the analytics. I see the ages. I see, which videos are viewed. Lots of you guys enjoy the drugs. Okay, it's okay. We're all here. We're all family and friends. What is she on?
Okay, but listen.
And she can't just be drunk.
Man, listen, come on. Come here. Hold on. What? Let me see that. It said credit card, LM Smart. That's like a goddamn Toys for Tykes kind of card. But listen, I'm trying to fight that motherfucker to get some merchandise. I've been trying to tell her, swipe it. So you can see if you can get something up out of that.
This dude is the best, by the way. The cashier is amazing. He is handling this situation like a true genius and businessman.
You gonna swipe it like a dummy.
You can't swipe it.
Nigga, do you look at that? That's a fancy ass card. Nigga, that's a motherfucking lunchable ass card, man.
That's like an elementary.
And that's what I'm saying, but she dead ass serious. That's a goddamn real
She's
credit
pissed. She's fucking pissed. Like, how dare you talk about my card?
card. She out of control, man. Man, you know you can't swipe that.
Man, what about this one?
It's the same. Hold on, man. Hold on. Girl, are you dead ass serious about this credit card?
This has got to be. It's got to be. There's got to be some like human trafficking shit like this. She has had to have been trafficked since an infant, and she has no idea what true life is. And she's been addicted. This is getting dark. And she was just shot up with drugs and transported from zip code to zip code throughout the Inland Empire. since she was an infant, and she's never actually purchased anything on her own. And her captors mind fucked her into thinking that this was her money and her phone. And she always thought it was real her entire life. So right now she's like, you guys are tripping. Swipe my card.
There's a debit card.
It's not a real card. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Where did you get that from? You can't call nobody because that phone don't work.
This is the best part. This is the best part of the entire video.
Call me. I told you, if you call me, I'll buy that stuff for you.
What's your number?
210.
Oh, I almost did a spit take. Oh, one more time, please.
Call me. I told you, if you call me, I'll buy that stuff for you.
What's your number?
210. 738 8624.
Oh,
Is it ringing? Let me see.
oh, oh, oh. This is the best part about life right here. This moment in space time is legitimately what life is all about, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, we can get fickle, but what more is life than that? Dude, I don't know what I'm doing with this podcast anymore. But I'm having fun. Wow. So, yeah, a few videos for you guys. Oh, man, dude. Oh, my God. What a wild week this has been for me. Last Friday, we went and saw Brian Callen at the Ontario Improv, and he was fucking hilarious. It was really fun, you know. There was, goddamn, I already forgot his name. Carlos Esparza? No, what the fuck? I'm just making that up. I'm just thinking of a Mexican name. There's a couple comedians who went on before him who were really, really funny. I want to know his name. Damn, it's gonna take me too long. Whatever. But it was a good night, dude. It really was. I had got a bonus from work that same day, so me and the wife decided to just go blow it, you know, that day and the day after. And I thought I would be happy with that. I thought I'd be like, hey, it's all good, you know? Like, it's extra money. But then, you know, when Sunday afternoon came around, I was like, oh, shit. That was dumb. But, you know, I had some good memories. I'm trying to look at it positively now that I'm 4 or 5 days removed. I'm trying to look at, I don't know, I'm not trying to look at it positively. I think I'm just starting to see the positivity in it, right? As far as Friday night, Ontario Improv, Brian Callen, me and my girl having drinks, getting home at a reasonable time, you know, all that was actually amazing. I have no issues, or I didn't have any second thoughts about that. A little expensive at the club, and I drank a little bit too much, tiny bit. But yeah. But I went to Hard Summer Music Festival the next day. And from the moment we left, I knew something was wrong. Something was off. It was just like the timing of when we left and how we left. And it was like our ducks weren't in order. Okay? They were out of order, our ducks. I could feel it. And it reminded me of old festivals back in the day when like I could feel that, and then it would end up being like a bad trip or something like that. I didn't do any psychedelics. I didn't do any drugs. I did drugs, but I didn't do any psychedelic drugs. I did buy some mushrooms, and I still have them. So that was also another positive thing. So I came home with about an eighth of mushrooms. But yeah, the vibes were weird. The car was dirty. Like we kind of like snapped back and forth a little bit, like argued a little bit before we left. We were like having trouble figuring out how we were going to get there and get home. A few different weird things were happening. And it was like I should have realized that and taken a step back and be like, "Hey, babe, look, let's chill. Who cares if we're a few minutes late or whatever? Let's just figure this out, get in a good vibe before we leave." And now I know that to do that. And I'm not saying that is what dictated the whole day, but things ended up getting fucked up. Monica wore these shoes that she had never worn before, these like big boot shoes, and we had to walk over a mile just to get to the venue from the parking where we parked. So her feet were fucked up, basically almost bleeding by the time we got to the front of the venue, and she had to leave. She started feeling dehydrated and like in pain and just sick and just didn't want to stay. I was drunk already, and I had already done a little bump of some coke, unfortunately. We'll get more into that. But yeah, that was the one of the things that I learned is that I know I should not have just, got her an Uber and sent her home. Even though she was sitting there begging me to do that, I shouldn't have. I should have just went home because I no longer think I have it in me to enjoy a rave solo. Enjoy an EDM festival or any festival solo without my girl. And I don't know what that is. I mean, I'm sure, and I'm not saying I didn't enjoy myself because I did, but it was just like the vibes and the energy weren't there. So it was really, really hard to truly enjoy myself. Like I was sitting there texting her the whole time, sending her videos, and it was just kind of like, man. And then I went and I spent like almost $180 on fucking beer the entire night because I thought that was going to be the smarter thing for me to do, was to just buy beer and not do drugs. And then I felt stupid about that. So it just was kind of like a lackluster thing where I did drugs like cocaine that I didn't really want to, even though I only did a little bit. It became really hard to really look at it positively the next day and be hungover and coming down a little bit for like 2 or 3 days or whatever. It became hard for me to see like, oh, it was worth it because I had so much fun. You know what I'm saying? And in the heat of it all, that Sunday afternoon, that Monday morning, I was legitimately at a point where I was like, fuck festivals. I never want to go back. That shit was stupid. I just want to be home and enjoy the family. And I'm still kind of there. But like, it's just like now I know what the future, now I'm not. It's like even then, I knew you do not ever make any sort of like statements that you think are like legitimate statements, absolute statements on a Sunday night or a Monday. Never do that. Never make absolute statements on a Monday, okay? Because that's not who you are. Because once Tuesday afternoon rolls around, you're like, oh, okay. You start, getting your gears back. And that's and I knew that in the moment too. That's why I didn't post anything. That's why I didn't tweet anything. That's why I tried not to, at least. Because I knew like, damn, I feel like shit right now, but I need to just feel it and see how I feel in a few days. I'll talk about it on the podcast and we'll go from there. So it definitely had a lot of good moments and had a lot of fun, but yeah, man, I just didn't like being without my wife, and I didn't like getting drunk alone at a festival. It just felt like it was like, I don't want to say temptation, like too much temptation, but it was like this, kind of like too much temptation to just become this guy who I no longer am or want to be, really. And, it was like, damn, there were parts of me that felt like that guy from back in the day who made all those videos, and that was kind of scary to me. I don't see anything wrong with going back and playing with that dude every once in a while, but to almost like completely envelop him and be him and not understand that I was playing with him was kind of a mind fuck, because I drank so much. I was drinking from noon till 3 a.m, a lot. And that alcohol does something weird that other drugs don't do, where it changes like your value system. And it's like, I'm starting to learn that I don't want my value system to change like that. You know, it mind fucks me too much, and it takes me too long to get back to where I know I need to be. So it's like, yeah, having a few beers at a festival is probably the smarter thing, but having fucking almost 20, probably, who knows, is not. And that can actually be worse than if I just had a couple beers and maybe did some Molly or some shit like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's, what I'm noticing is like, I need to get my dosages right for being 30 years old now. It's not like back in the day. Not only because of physical limitations, but because of responsibilities. So that's kind of where I am now. I don't want to say like, fuck festivals, I'm not ever going back, but fuck festivals, man. I told my wife, I'm like, babe, I don't want to go to a show unless there's assigned seating. Like I want to sit the fuck down. Like, and on top of that, the festival was huge. It was like a lot of walking. Not even just inside the venue, but damn, where parking was. It's like the NOS Center should not be throwing events that big, in my opinion. It's just not enjoyable to me. Maybe it's just my age or something like that, but I don't know. I don't know if other people are feeling the same way, but that shit was too much, man. Too much to me. And it's probably because I was drinking the whole fucking time. But yeah, man, I think I learned a lot when it comes to my alcohol consumption and shit. But I don't know. We'll see. No, sorry, I got distracted right now. I definitely learned a lot when it comes to my alcohol consumption. And what I learned mostly is that like, there's something in alcohol that can be evil, like an evil spirit to me, that I can't truly control. And drinking alcohol is like playing with the devil. That's just how I have to look at it going forward, because if I drink too much, there is a devil inside me that will come out. And I'm not saying that happened at the festival. I actually kind of paced myself pretty well to not get shit-faced drunk and too sloppy, but to just kind of keep going. But also that inebriation for an extended period of time fucks, you just become a different person. You forget that you're even drunk. But because of that, and because it changes my value system so, severely after a few beers, it's like after like, I don't know, 4 or 5 or whatever. It's like playing with the devil, and I need to be way more careful about it. And there's a lot of shit going on, even with weed. I'm starting to understand, like, holy fuck, I'm overdoing it. You're overdoing it, Miguel. And I'm just starting to learn my dosages. I legitimately want to make a mixtape called Learning My Dosages. But yeah, man, it was definitely interesting going back to a rave, and it didn't feel real. Did not feel real the whole time. It was just like, what the fuck? I never thought I'd go back to a festival. I knew I would, but like after, quarantine and everything, it was just like, I don't know, man. It was weird. And I kind of want to go to another rave again and do it again, but do it the right way. Just prove it to myself, and who knows? Let's say I go and I'm sober and I'm there the whole time and I just truly am bored and I don't enjoy myself. And it's not because of my alcohol consumption, and it's not because of bad vibes and my wife not being there, but I just go and it's just not fun. Then I'll know it's over. But it's like, I want to go and give it another shot, because I think a lot of the issues I have with with a lot of things in my life are because of me. And I end up saying, I don't like raves anymore. I don't like, this job anymore. I don't like that person anymore. I don't like this and that. But it's all just projections of myself. The way I talk about, I just outgrew that. I don't want to do that anymore. I think this is cool, but that's not. That's good and that's bad. That's all just projections of myself. Because, and it's literally a fact, because that same thing you can think is bad for you is and can be good for someone else. So that is how it's proven that it's all just projections of ourselves. So if we can get past that projection, it's almost like if you can learn that projection and how you project that shit, you can almost control it, I think. Or maybe you can't. That's where I'm at in my mind. Like, can we control this shit? Can we evolve and change our minds to be able to be our prime selves? You know what I'm saying? That's my goal right now. I just want to be the prime me, no matter what it is, no matter how hard it is. That's what I want. And it might be hard to get there. And it has been fucking hard as shit to get even where I am now. But it's now I understand that is all I give a fuck about. And I just got to do whatever I got to do to get there. So, yeah, a lot of overthinking, a lot of shitting on myself, a lot of asking myself the same question over and over and over. But we'll get there. What a vibe, ladies and gentlemen. What a vibe. Oh my God, it's so loud. It's so loud. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to go down and go through and turn all these down. Oh my God, hold on. I think I can fix it. Okay, there, and then let's try this. Now let's try it again, okay? We're gonna, let's act as if, this is like, okay, let's say I'm at Hard Summer, right? And then somebody's like, hey, you want to do some acid? I'm like, yeah. What kind of acid? I don't know. All right, fuck it. And then I put my tongue out. They're just like, and they drip like fucking... And they drip like an entire vial of LSD on me, right? And then all the music stops. And instantly I'm transported into a vertical stream of consciousness. Until the day I wake up from this dream. And I'm a dolphin. I don't know if that turned it down or not. I don't think it did. Let's see. I gotta try it again. Oh yeah, it did. There you go. What the? I'm sorry. This is like a kid, who gets like a new toy and he's just annoying everybody in the house with it on Christmas morning. Also, if you want to take a picture. Oh my God, I got phlegm. Hold on. Sorry, I had phlegm. Oh shit. Oh fuck, dude. But yeah, so what a week. What a week and a half. I want to go to more comedy shoes. I want to go to more comedy shoes, lace them up, and walk in them. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to more comedy shows. It was a very nice, fun thing. And my wife had, I think I was saying my wife to you guys, Monica, had so much more fun than I thought she would. Like, she was like laughing. And I was like, wow, you're a comedy fan. And what are you? Married me. Damn it. I don't have any laughing sound effects. God damn it. That's why you married me. Oh shit, dude. You know what's so funny is my daughters have been grinding Fortnite. And I know you guys know I play Fortnite like hardcore. But they have been playing like every day. I think 2 days ago they sent me 5 pictures of wins that they got. My my 6-year-old plays on her Switch and my 12-year-old plays on the Xbox now, and they're grinders, dude. They're grinders. I'm it's so funny, dude. Like I played Fortnite for like a couple years now already, and like I play a lot. I still play a lot to this day, and at first it was just a mind fucking general that they would even try to play a game, you know, on their phone or on the computer. It was just to watch them even like mess around or watch it was a trip. And then all of a sudden it became this thing where now they're playing like crazy. They both got battle passes and all this stuff, and they just really enjoy it. And they play together, and they're not each individually on their phones in different rooms and all this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but it's kind of, it's like, I want it to be a good thing. Like I want it to be a good thing that they play together and that they're not sitting there bullshitting. But then I'm like, damn, am I really saying that I'm happy and I think it's beneficial for them to play video games? But yeah, I guess I am. It's like they're you know, hand-eye coordination, teamwork. They're not sitting there playing for 8 hours straight, 6 hours straight, not even 4 hours straight. I don't think, maybe 4 or so, the most. But yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. So I don't know why I brought that up, but I thought it was funny. I haven't talked about Conor McGregor on the podcast, or have I? I think I did actually last podcast, right? Good. But I haven't talked about the new shit yet. I almost made a video talking about Conor McGregor called "I Don't Think I Can Be a Conor McGregor Fan Anymore." Sometimes titles like that just ring like in my head, and I'm like, I gotta make that video. Because Conor McGregor has always been the type of person to talk shit, right? And I think he's towed the line on, you know, insulting people, you know, too far. But then I seen that he tweeted a picture of Dustin and Dustin's daughter and then deleted it. And I think that in and of itself is fucking weird as fuck. No matter what you're trying to show, because whatever you're trying to show, Dustin's chin, Dustin's what the fuck ever people are saying. The fact that you, as a man, downloaded a picture of this man and his daughter onto your phone and edited it on your phone is so fucking weird to me. So fucking weird. And you guys know I'm a Conor McGregor fan. Like I've, you know, been there. One of the first podcasts I did on this podcast, one of the first episodes I did on this podcast was called Notorious or some shit like that. But I think that in and of itself is so fucking weird. And then he tweeted like Gonzo after that and then deleted it. Whatever, I'm not worried about the Gonzo thing. But just the fact that you download a picture of this guy and his daughter and have it on your phone and then edit it for any reason is weird as fuck. That would be fighting shit to me. Like, if somebody even liked a picture who I had fucking beef like that with, of me and my daughter, I would want to fucking wring their neck. But then Conor went on Twitter again, seeing a bunch of wild shit, and mentioned Khabib's dad and said, "So COVID is good and father is evil?" ? And that still didn't fuck with me as much as the picture of Dustin and his daughter. But still was such a lame, like, a lame, I don't want to even say evil. It's like this lame, I don't know, almost like malevolent dig, like with this ignorant, malevolent dig. You're not building a fight with Khabib. It's over. It's done. You're never going to fight Khabib again. It's not going to happen. And after that, man, Khabib's dad like gave you an olive branch, right? I don't know if that's the right phrasing or not, but he said, hey, if Conor wants to come to my home, he will be a guest in my home. I welcome that, you know. Khabib's father was a real motherfucker. And and then I believe that he deleted his tweet in remembrance of Khabib's dad from like when he died. It's like, it was petty. That's what it was. Petty. Like immature. I don't know, man. It's been rough riding with him through this bullshit because it's like, when it came to the fight, it is what it is. Dustin beat the shit out of him when he was on top for the most part. I wouldn't say beat the shit out of him. He dominated him in a certain, you know, fashion in the first round, at least on the ground. But I still think Conor looked well. I think he looked good. I think that it would have been interesting to see a second round. But man, dude, it just seems like a weird turn of events that's happening with Conor. And I am extremely, extremely anxious to see what happens. So, yeah, man, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that he took it too far with the Khabib's dad thing? It's almost like I get what he was trying to do. Like I get what he was trying to do in a sense that he was trying to say, so because Khabib tweeted, good always defeats evil. About saying Conor's good and Dustin was, or I'm sorry, that Dustin was good and Conor's evil. So Conor was kind of not saying that he's glad that his dad was dead or like laughing at it, but like, so by your logic, COVID is good and father is evil? ? So it's like I know you are, but what am I? That's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? But with just like this level of like, oh God, like, you know, like shut the fuck up. So yeah, I don't know. I am really loving what's going on in the UFC though, man. It's really fun. I can't wait to see Colby and Kamaru. I can't wait to see Lewis and Gane this weekend. Is it Gane or Gane? I think it's Gane. I got Lewis all the way this weekend. Nate and Robbie Lawler are fighting. That's going to be dope. Can't wait for that. That's going to be crazy to watch because I'm curious how Nate looks and how he, you know, Chael Sonnen talks about it a lot. Like, why is he fighting? Why is Nate Diaz coming back after what, like 10 years or something shit like that? Maybe not 10 years, 5 years, 7 years. I don't know. It's not a long fucking time. And that's going to, you know, we'll see when he fights why he came back. You know, if he's coming back to fight, I think we'll tell. If he came back to just get some money, I think we'll be able to tell. But very, very interesting things going on. I think Stipe just announced that he's accepted a fight with John Jones. I don't know if that means anything because I think he had already said that he would accept it, but I don't know if that means that he like signed something. But that just came out yesterday. That would be a wild ass fight. Yeah. I don't know. Bunch of cool things going on. I love Brandon Moreno. He's one of my favorite fighters right now. What else is going on? I'm trying to think of some other cool shit. Oh, Aldo's fighting. He's fighting. I don't even know who he's fighting though. I don't know. Whatever. The voice of a casual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I don't know. It's a good time in my life, man. I'm just trying not to, you know, get too into my head and think about my life too much because when I do, it just makes me sad. Sorry, that was a bad time to bring that sound effect. It's way too loud. Everything's way too loud, all right? This is like ridiculously loud. Anyways, I think we're going to call it there, ladies and gentlemen. This has been one of the funner podcasts I've done in a while. You know, we got deep. We had a lot of fun, though. This is like a good evolution of what I want the podcast to be going forward. So, or not even what I want it to be. I need to quit saying that. What feels good to me. That's what I mean, you know. I love you guys so much. I'll probably end up doing some sort of like a trip story video about the rave and include the video footage. It really is just mostly me just like dorkily smiling with lights behind me. That's all I really did, man. I didn't go and like see sets. I didn't do nothing like that, you know? So that's why it's not like an old Journey video. It's like I wasn't even interested in seeing sets. Like I wanted to see Jaws and Rez, but it wasn't like I wasn't like super hyped to see anybody. I'm just not into EDM like that anymore. But it was still very fun, and I danced around a lot. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. Either way, I love you guys so much. Subscribe, all that good shit. I will see you guys next time. Have a great weekend and all that. And yeah, see you guys soon. Peace out.
Yesterday